Meltdown, and today I am joined by.
Dennis Younglove from Twins Crew.
It's great to be chatting today. I've been listening loads to your new album. How pleased are you with this new work of art due to be released in 3 weeks?
I'm really happy with the sound and the songs for this album because it's been like almost, I think it's 9 or 10 years since we released a new album. Uh, so yeah, really excited to get new music out there.
Yeah, that's a long time, isn't it? It has been a while. I sort of remember the last album we released. It was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah,
Since then, the
yeah, yeah,
world's changed. We've had COVID and everything's gone to hell. Um,
yeah,
it is a pure metal meltdown, pun intended, yeah. Which is your
yeah.
personal favorite track on the album today and why?
Tricky question. Me personally, I like "Never Stop Believing." I think that's a great song. Uh, it has it hasn't been released yet. It's going to be released, I think, in 1 or 2 weeks or so. We're going to have a music video for that song too, as well. But it has this power metal elements along with some guitar solos, drum solos, and yeah, some classical themes. And yeah, it's a great song.
That's actually my favorite track. That's what I was going to ask you next. I love all of the album. Up to Order 69. Is that about Star Wars?
Yes, yes, yes. It's the original ID from the lyrics. I believe it's from Star Wars because Andreas he wrote most of the lyrics. And I mean, all of us like Star Wars, but yeah, it is the song title is inspired from Star Wars. Yes.
Right. Yeah, I had to Google it because I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I've sussed it out. All right, man. So, I always love the album artwork. Can you tell us the story behind it? Because you've got a bit of everything going on there, haven't you?
Yes, the artwork is made by a guy called Andrea Beckstone, and he's been doing I think two of our previous artworks. And basically, we told him that the whole album is, it was written during time of pandemics, time of war in the world, and it was like economic crisis. So it's a lot, I mean, it's a lot of bad stuff going on during the time the album was written. So I figured if we could put that in the cover, like
Yeah.
uh, someone incorporate that. And we still have, we have had this guy in the robe on every album. So we want to incorporate that guy with the how the world looks like
Yeah.
today.
Absolutely. It's a brilliant cover. Do you plan to have that framed at home? Excuse me.
Yeah, yeah, along with the gold record.
Yeah, totally. You never know, man. You never know.
Yeah.
All right, and so I understand you're having a release party. Are there plans to stream that as well?
I don't we're gonna stream that, but it's a good idea. I have to see if that's possible, but we're not planning it for doing it at the moment.
And obviously, like your influences, there's Maiden. There's even a little bit of White Snake in one of the songs when you first
Oh
start
yeah,
listening
yeah.
to it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's the ballad.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah.
A double take. It's
Yes.
like is that Coverdale, but yeah, totally, man. So, can you tell us then about plans to tour and are there plans to get out of Sweden into mainland Europe?
Yeah, we would love to because we haven't really played outside Sweden. We've been touring some gigs in Germany and some in Austria. Uh, but besides that, we haven't really played outside Sweden. Uh, so we would love to make a couple of gigs, but yeah, but we're not planning any gigs. We're not. Oh, sorry for my English, but
All right.
we don't have any gigs booked yet. Uh, but we would love to go out see Sweden and play.
Okay, that's amazing. I mean, coming from Sweden, I've lost count of the amount of bands from Sweden I've interviewed over the years. What's the special about Sweden? What is it? What would you put it down to?
You mean just in general, or?
In general, yeah.
Yeah.
So many fantastic bands.
Yeah, I mean, in Sweden, the government actually, like, they really puts like from a really early stage in your like in school and outside school, it's really easy to learn an instrument, because the government actually pay for the music school for the most part.
Yeah,
So it's easy to actually like learn an actual instrument. And since if one band starts to get successful, a lot of people start to get inspired by that, and that's I mean, uh, one band becomes four bands, and everything. So it's not even not just like me. It's not even heavy metal is huge here in Sweden, but music in general,
yeah.
it's big, yeah. You put me on the spot there. Well, it's always changing, of course, but uh, it's have to be something. One album has to be some album from Yngwie Malmsteen. I'm a huge Yngwie Malmsteen fan.
Right.
So probably, I mean, some of his first albums. Well, the first Rising Force, the first album is amazing.
Yeah.
Like guitar wise, everything is it's so, and he's from Stockholm too. So
Yeah.
yeah, every guy here in Sweden that plays guitar has some connection. It seems to Yngwie Malmsteen, like my mother's roommate used to know Yngwie or something like that.
Right. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, but and then probably and the first Dragon Force album called Valley of the Damned. I listened to that a lot when I was young, and still listen to it. It's
Right.
great. All the fast. It was as fast as you can go, basically,
Yeah,
at the
basically.
time. So yeah, so I did listen to that a lot, but then I don't know. Really, something about with the Accept, maybe. I love the Blood of a Nation. That album is a great album. But of course, the classical albums with Judo is great as well. It's
Yeah.
hard. Dream Theater. I love Dream Theater as well.
Yeah.
Halloween.
So many in there. There's so many, man.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah,
Okay. Then who would be your favorite three musicians?
yeah. I always said one. Yngwie Malmsteen is one, of course.
Yeah, of course.
If we're gonna, Yngwie Malmsteen is the one, of course. Singer wise, I really love, of course, David Coverdale. Glenn Hughes is
Yeah.
yeah, but my all-time famous is probably Dio. It's
Okay.
I love his the vocals and the lyrics. How he like describe like this kind of fairy tale like lyrics.
Yeah.
And so Dio for sure, and yeah. Yngwie Malmsteen, Richard Blackmore, of course. Yes.
Of course. Brilliant. That's great answers.
Yeah.
Okay. So which three bands from Sweden would be the ultimate bands to go on tour with? Swedish bands.
Hammerfall, of course.
Yeah.
Hammerfall. We have a band that's not playing anymore. It's called Lost Horizon. If they will be do a reunion, that would be cool. Sabaton, of course.
Of course. Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. UK, of course.
Yeah.
I would love to come back to Germany, and of course Brazil.
Yeah.
Would be amazing. America for sure, but here in Europe will be England, Germany, and maybe Italy or Spain.
Maybe. Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, man. So going back to the album, what song from the album, your new album, would wake you up from a deep sleep?
Uh, yeah, Never Stop Believing. It's I love that track. It's a great track.
Brilliant. If there was a made-up song about your personality, what would it be called?
Uh, Made that song. I don't know, balls to the wall. No, no, no. No Way But the Hard Way, I guess, by Airborne.
Brilliant. Do you prefer meatballs or beer?
Tricky question, you know.
Yeah,
Being from Sweden, but of course, beer is always beer.
absolutely. Festivals or small intimate gig?
Uh, Festival for sure, yes.
Okay. So this album, is it coming out on vinyl?
Unfortunately, not at the moment. We really wanted our record label to print it on vinyl since I'm a huge vinyl fan myself. I collect vinyls, and that's one of my favorite things to do. You know, going to the record store and find
Yeah, same.
like the album you've been looking for. Like
Same.
I love that. But at the moment, it's going to be printed on CD, and then we'll see how the album goes. If it goes well, or they're probably going to print it on vinyl. But if I had to choose, of course, I want to print it on vinyl.
Brilliant. Do you prefer ABBA or the Helicopters?
Ah, Helicopters, yeah.
All right, man. I want to thank you so much for your time. Can you tell us why we should check out Twins Crew and your new album?
Yeah, I think it's a great heavy metal album because no song sounds like the other song. Yeah, it has a good mixture of soft elements, hard elements, slow, fast, and I think that is one of the ingredients to make a good album. It's having a good mix. Because we have a pretty soft ballad on this album, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's and I mean for being a heavy metal band, people say, yeah, no fucking ballads, but we we would love to have like at least one ballad on an album just to slow things a bit.
Yeah, give your neck a rest.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I want to congratulate you on the album. It's fantastic.
All right.
Do you have any final words for your fans and our viewers?
Thank you for listening. I mean, we appreciate. I mean, you for taking your time for making this interview, and all the people that listen to our music. It's always fun to get people's reaction on your work. So, and if you do come to your town, come out and see us, support us, because everything is like self-made. Like, I mean, this everything is like we paid for everything ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, come out and support us, basically.
Kronkanda.